Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Rick Roll Reviews, and today we're actually doing a redo of a video I did 4 years ago. I can't believe this was 4 years ago when I did this video here on my Rick Roll Reviews site. You'll notice the the old logo there that I have changed since. And basically, I did a full product overview for Dice Drone because as this product has continued to grow and grow and grow, um, I wanted to make a resource for people who were new to the game and just weren't sure where to start, what's available, what should they get, all of that stuff. So today we're doing an updated version of that. We're going to start fresh because some things have changed, and there are also new things, but I want to go over all of it. Now, we'll start with season one. So I always mention too that you may out there somewhere run into the original season one Dice Throne box. And let me just pull that up here really quick. Dice Throne. I was actually looking on eBay, and you're not going to really find it new anywhere anymore. I don't think. Like it would be really rare to find something like this that's still brand new. But this is the OG Dice Throne season one, the very first product they ever came out with. Um, and you can find this on eBay. You can find this here. Noble Knight Games has a copy. Probably some other sellers might have a copy. But here's the thing, like number one, you're gonna pay a pretty premium price for it. I think when this originally came out, the box was maybe like $50 MSRP. And you're seeing here on Noble Knight, they're asking $150. Like most of the listings on eBay, especially if it's like a champion edition, are somewhere between 70 and $100. And this is really more of a collector item rather than something you're going to play with on the regular. Because number one, they did updates to pretty much every hero in this set when they did season one rerolled, which we'll talk about in a second. As far as their board layout, their card, like a whole bunch of stuff got updated. I think the only one that didn't really get touched much was Barbarian, but every one of the other heroes definitely had some minor or major changes to them. And because of that, you're not able to use these characters in organized play, any of the official Dice Throne tournaments. So it's not recommended that you pick this up for regular play unless you like find if you find it in a thrift shop or something like that, definitely grab it. Like it's a like I said, great collector's item, but probably not one to play with. So then let's go to season one reroll. Let me scroll here. We're in the Dice Throne shop. That's shop.dicethrone.com. You've got the season one battle chest. This has 8 heroes, the original 6 from the original Dice Throne season one, plus Treant and Ninja, which got added specifically when they did re-rolled so that they could have an even set of 8 heroes to kind of match with the previous battle chest they did for season two. So um, this one will have those in there as well. But here's where we need to talk too about one of the big changes to Dice Run product that is happening. Instead of going with battle chests, they are going to start talking about. Let me see if they have them on here and if they tell you the name of it. I don't think they have them available yet. Well, here's the Outcast. This is kind of where it started. The idea of a strong box, which holds 4 heroes as opposed to 8. And they're going to start coming out with generic strong boxes where on the side here, where you see the heroes, the generic ones will have slots. And you can print out tabs for the different heroes. So when you're taking a set of heroes to a friend's house to play for the night, or a couple sets, you can take 1 or 2 strong boxes with you, and you can slot in the heroes that you have in each of the slots inside. Easily be able to identify that, and I think that's a great idea. And with that, they are moving towards single release heroes. So you'll still be able to get like these strong boxes during Kickstarters for the product, but post Kickstarter, the idea is to have single release boxes, kind of like this, which you see with the Alchemist, which it just itself came out as a single release hero. But I went here, Game Nerds, not sponsoring this video or anything like that. This was the one place that I pulled up first when I looked for Dice Your Own product. They have pre-orders up right now, and you'll see like all these different single release, even from season one. We got Barbarian, Pyromancer, uh, it's Moon Elf there somewhere. There's Moon Elf, Shadow Thief. So they're moving towards single hero releases and then strong boxes for storage. Um, I think this is great. I mean, some people have like different feelings on it. I think it's great because before you were with retail level, you were dealing with these 2 hero boxes, or at the Dice Run store, you could get a chest for 8, which is great. Like if you want to just go dive in and get all 8 heroes for a set. But with a single release product line, I can pick if I want to have like a strong box with 4 heroes, I can buy my strong box and I can select my 4 heroes that I want specifically from any season and combine them however I want, which is great because like maybe you want the gunslinger but you don't want the samurai, or you want the huntress but you don't want the tactician. You can pick exactly what heroes you want. Now, a big question with this move is what's going to happen with Marvel. We haven't even gotten to Marvel yet, but suffice it to say that we've got a bunch of Marvel characters and X-Men characters. And the only one right now that's already in a single release format is Deadpool. Um, the way that this worked out was Dice Throne had a contractual agreement with USAopoly, or the Op, and the Op in turn had a arrangement with Disney, who owns Marvel, and so through the Op, they were able to get access to licensing for the Marvel heroes. But part of the agreement was, um, and I don't know all the specifics. Let me tell you that. I just know what I see. It appears that the agreement was that the Op would have exclusive retail rights for the product. So with all the Marvel stuff, the Op came up with how they wanted to release it, and they sold it directly from them. Um, and then Dice Throne retained the rights to do the Battle Chest version of both Marvel and X-Men. So I don't know what is going to happen in the future with that. If they're going to continue to produce the Marvel Battle Chest, if the Op is going to continue to produce retail Marvel sets as they do today, I don't know. Um, I don't know. That's a question that I'm sure we'll get an answer for in time. But right now, we don't have any information on that. So, anyways, that's a little detour. I just wanted to make sure that we talked right away about the single hero releases, because when as we go through each set or season, like you need to know that now outside of like the Marvel stuff, you're going to have the option to buy heroes one at a time, or in groups of whatever ones you want to get. So then after season one, we have season two. Even though season two came out before season one reroll, but well, it's neither here nor there. With season one and season two, like let me address this too. Like a lot of people are like, well, which set should I get? All the heroes and all the sets, whether it's Marvel or the original characters, are all um, they're all compatible with each other. So you can play Thor versus Barbarian if you want. You can play the Treant versus the Gunslinger. There's no restrictions there. And when we talk about the co-op versions later, same thing. Like all the heroes can be played in either co-op version of the game. Doesn't matter. Um, so then it just becomes a matter of preference. Like if you're going to go with one of the chests, which I don't know for sure. I think the chests are going away as they move to the single hero release type stuff, but I don't know that 100%. It could be that once the stock runs out on these, they're just gone. Um, but as far as which one of these two to get, it's all going to come down to your preference. And I know that's hard because you're like, well, I haven't played with any of these heroes unless you got to like do a demo at a con or at a store and you got to test drive some. And it's like I really don't know what I'm gonna like. I would suggest going out there on YouTube, going out there on the internet, search for Dice Throne and that hero name. An overview maybe is a good word. And there's a lot of resources out there that'll give you a general description of what these heroes are like. I'm actually working personally on trying to come up with a spreadsheet that will give you like what's their primary and secondary archetypes and what how do they rank on like defense, offense, etc. But I haven't completed that yet. But that could be coming out soon. So, anyways, just do a little research online of what those heroes are like. Figure out, like what type of hero you would like to play. High offense value, high defense value, high control value, and like kind of get a feel for how those characters play and pick them up. And if you're like, man, I still am not sure with the single hero release thing. The great thing is you can pick up maybe a couple, so you have enough for a two-player game, and test drive those out and find out, if you like their style, and if you do, like you can look for other heroes that may be similar. Again, just doing some Google research, or even using like ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a great resource if you want to like know about heroes because I've been actually using it to help me with my spreadsheet I'm creating. So it's a resource too. So, anyways, season one, season two. After season two, well, technically after season one re-rolled chronologically, we had Marvel Dice Throne. Yeah, Marvel Dice Throne. Also had 8 heroes. The Marvel set's a little bit more expensive, and that's to be expected because, of course, you've got the Marvel licensing there, so that's a little bit more than the original heroes. Another set of, like I said, another set of 8 heroes. And Marvel, a lot of those characters you'll recognize fit pretty well with what Disney Marvel was doing at the time as far as movies and TV show releases. I think that's what drove a lot of those character choices was because that was the hotness at the time. And then they came out with X-Men, another 8 heroes plus, like we talked about, there was the where is it? Single release Deadpool. I thought I saw Deadpool here somewhere. Oh well. Deadpool, I think that was on the retail site. Deadpool was a single hero release also that you could pick up. So if you're into the Marvel stuff, uh, that's great. Maybe it makes it even easier to choose which characters you want because you're gonna have like personal favorites if you're really into the Marvel universe. Now I will say this: this is very important. When it comes to the retail product for both of these sets, when you talk about Marvel Dice Throne, what the op did was they came out with one 4 hero pack that included Scarlet Witch, Loki, Thor, and Spider Man. And then they had a 2 hero pack with Captain Marvel and Black Panther, and a 2 hero pack with Doctor Strange and Black Widow. The only difference there was that you didn't get the fancy Kickstarter promo material stuff with that. You didn't get the swirly dice, which, by the way, that's another thing. Retail versus battle chest, typically not swirly dice, but I think that might be changing with the single release. That is just always going to be swirly dice. Don't quote me on that. Um, Anywho, that was fine. That was fun. Like you still got pretty much you got the plastic trays like you would with the normal battle chest. You got all the foldable boards, all that. When the opted X Men, I don't know why they did this, and forgive me for criticizing you, Op, but really I don't think it was a good choice the way they went. They went with 2 4 hero sets, which you can see here on the retail site. Um, and here's the problem: like they ditched the plastic trays, so you no longer have the plastic storage trays. Everything is just kind of like in the box in baggies, or if you manage to like print out a storage solution, that would probably work. Or like you have to like do foam core or something to organize your stuff, but they don't provide it to you. Also, the hero boards are not foldable. That was one of the big upgrades going from the original season one into season two and season one rerolled was that you have foldable boards that fit in those trays really nice. Everything's like super organized in the trays. It's just a great storage system. I guess it was like a cost cutting measure. They didn't want to invest in the extra components, or maybe something like that. I don't know, because I know also that the trays were, I think Game Trays was the one that produced those, and I don't know if there was some kind of business issue there where they couldn't use them. But let me get a sip of water here. But that is the case. So the thing that I think is really bad is if you are a consumer and you don't know any better, you might pick up these two sets thinking like it's going to be the same as everything else Dice Run has been for the past 5, 6 years, and have the foldable boards and the plastic trays. I think I said foldable boards and plastic trays, and they do not. And I know that was a disappointment for some of my friends when they found that out. They cracked open the box and they didn't realize till they cracked open the box that that was the case. It's almost like they should have some kind of warning label on the front or the back of this to tell you. But I'm telling you now. That's part of the reason why I'm doing this video, to make sure you are informed of what you're getting. So that's Marvel and X-Men. We did have also, Santa and Krampus came out. It's usually only available in the Dice Zone store around holiday season, but that's uh, that's a nice little set. They had originally done Santa as just a barbarian reskin, and it wasn't like anything different as far as abilities, cards, all that stuff. When they did this little two-hero box and added Krampus in, they made Santa a unique character. He feels kind of barbarianish, but he is definitely very different from the barbarian. Has different status effects, has different abilities, and all that. So he's a unique character in his own right, which I think is cool. Oh, there's the strong box I was talking about. The four hero strong box. That's the generic one. I don't know if they're going to show a picture here of the slots in the side. It doesn't look like they do. That's probably on the other side of it. But you can pre-order that. Looks like that's $20 pre-order on Game Nerds, and then you can obviously get your single release heroes for about $16.99 a piece. So what would that be? Let's get out the old calculator here and see how much you'd pay overall for a four hero set. And this is before taxes and shipping. And obviously this is just Game Nerd's price. I don't know what it's priced elsewhere. 16.99 times four heroes, plus 19.99 for your box. So you'd be looking at about $88 before tax, before shipping, to get yourself a four hero set. Now, of course, that's interesting because right now, like the battle chests that have eight, you can get either for 110 or 120, depending on whether you're doing Dice Throne and Marvel. So it's less expensive if you grab one of these battle chests while they still exist. If they don't go away, or if they go away, like maybe grab one now. I don't know, but that's again just telling you options. That's all. Um, I mean, it's nice that you get to build your own hero box with the generic strong box, but of course then it's a little bit more expensive doing it that way because you're a lot more packaging in that case than with doing like a single set. Um, all right, so we talked about Santa Krampus. The other thing that came out next was the Outcasts strong box with four heroes in it. We had Pale Lady slash Werewolf, Headless Horseman, Ravenous, and Necromancer in that set. And that was like obviously a very like Halloween spooky themed set they did. So that was very cool. And then it's not on the site yet, but they also have Vanguard coming out, which Vanguard was another set of four heroes in a strong box. And you have Duelist, Druid, Sun Elf, and Forge Master. Now you're not going to be able to get that strong box anymore because that was like an exclusive Kickstarter thing. You got the strong box. The inside the lid of the strong box is a cooperative boss that you can play against, Neuraxis or something like that. It's a dragon, and each hero had like some specific bling to it that you're not going to get with the retail sets. But as you can see on Game Nerds, right now you can pre-order. Like there's a Druid, there's a Forge Master, Duelist, and where's our Sun Elf? I think Sun Elf's further down. There's Sun Elf. So those are all available for pre-order. And again, I'm not saying necessarily go to Game Nerds, shop around. There might be better prices elsewhere. This was just what I managed to pull up. There's no particular reason for it. Um, so, anyways, yeah, that is that. Uh, then we had, and kind of like I should talk now about the strategy for product release going forward. They pretty much said that each year they're going to do a 4 hero strong box as a Kickstarter, and then obviously once that hits retail, it's going to be single hero releases for the set, and then twice a year they're going to have single hero releases, and they started that in January with the Alchemist, and then coming out soon is, let's see if I can find him here. Mystic Brawler is right here. So you'll be able to get him starting in July. If like the early release, the January and July was for specifically organized play retail stores. They get an early release of this stuff to be able to sell, whereas everybody else has to wait until it comes available normal retail and in the Dice Throne store. So that's kind of a cool thing if you've got an organized play store near you. If you're curious, if you do, check out op.dicethrone.com. That'll give you all the organized play information. You can find a store near you that runs tournaments if you're interested in that kind of thing. Whew, all right. So I think we've gone through all the character sets and all the character information. I hope. Let me talk next about the cooperative campaign style, solo style games that are on offer. And the first one we'll talk about is Dice Throne Adventures. This was the original co-op solo that they released. It is for 1 to 4 players, and it is when you're getting this box. It's important to note, actually, with both these solo co-ops, you're not getting any heroes in this box. You have to have uh, 1 hero for each player that you are planning to play with in this campaign. But it comes with a lot of stuff in the box. That's why it's $100 because you've got so much stuff in this box. And my box is like really maxed out because I've gotten like every time they've done like a release of promo stuff or extra stuff, I've gotten it because I'm just a completionist and I have to. But the way this one works is you play the same hero throughout the campaign. There is a total of 8 scenarios, 4 of them being like dungeon crawl style, and 4 of them being boss fights. And as you progress through the campaign, you're going to earn gold, which will then allow you to get cards to upgrade your deck. Some cards that will upgrade existing cards in your deck, like you'll get a So Wild becomes a So Wild 2 or a So Wild 3, might change the cost of it or the ability a little bit. And then there's some like unique cards, a lot of unique cards. There's just so much loot in this game that you can get and build out your deck. Um, and so you play through the whole campaign. You fight the Mad King at the end. There are different difficulty levels, so you can start on the easiest and you can work your way up to like really hard, insane level difficulty if that's your thing. Um, it's a great game. There was a lot that went into this. I really am impressed that they were able to take a game that is pretty much a 1v1 PvP style game and turn it into a solo co-op. Really great, really great stuff. After the Marvel stuff came out, they also did Marvel Dice Throne missions. So clearly, you've got the Marvel theme. However, don't let that dissuade you, because if you're thinking, well, I really like my original characters, you can play the original characters in this. You can play the Marvel characters in this. It doesn't matter. But this one is, if you don't like Marvel themed stuff, then maybe it's not for you. However, I will say this: it is much different than Dice Throne Adventures. It's a different style game altogether. And instead of taking 1 hero through 8 scenarios, you, the player, are going to have a perk sheet, and each mission that you do, you're going to get rewards, and you're going to start filling out your perk sheet and getting extra perks. And those perks will apply in future games for whatever hero you're playing. So you can play one hero on one mission and then switch up, play another hero on another mission, and you're still getting all the perks that you earned. That is a big benefit to some people who like didn't like the fact that you were stuck with one hero all the way through Dice Throne Adventures. Now you can switch it up as you go, and you don't have to play with the same group anymore. Really, like you can easily from mission to mission go, play it solo and get perk points for yourself. Play it with a group of people. You can play the same mission over and over again. You just won't get perk points for it past a certain point if you've like achieved certain things. Um, and there's a ton of missions, a ton of different Marvel bosses that are in this, Marvel villains that you fight against. Basically, like each mission is a two-sided um, sheet. I don't want to say it's not like a flimsy paper sheet. It's I can't think of the word that like you've got the protective seal on it. But it's like a thin, but it's like a yeah. I don't know. You'll you know what I'm saying. I think. I hope. Anywho, um, there is a bunch of them where one side is like your heroes are running through a map or whatever, like in fighting certain targets on the map or accomplishing certain goals depending on the scenario, and then you flip it over and you're fighting the boss on the other side. This one, a lot easier to set up, a lot easier to clean up, whereas this one is a bit more involved. Much shorter sessions here, whereas this one is longer sessions, especially if you're doing the dungeon crawl. And the dungeon crawls get progressively longer the further you go in the campaign. So those can take a while. I'm thinking hour and a half, 2 hours even for campaign portal crawl or dungeon crawl, if you will. Um, Especially if you don't have very experienced players that are taking super quick turns. So that is something to consider. This is probably more approachable if you want like something that you can play really quickly and that you can like easily choose what mission. Like this one, it's you do um the first scenario, then the second scenario, then the third scenario. You like go in order. This one, there's difficulties on each of the missions, but you can play any of the missions out of the box that you want. It's just if you start with a really difficult one right out the gate, likely you're not going to be successful. You need some of those perk abilities to be able to beat that. So that is that. Those are the solo co-op modes. So now let's talk accessories, and let's first talk about the accessory packs. So this is a new thing with the single release heroes. You can get the hero pack, and then you can get the accessory pack if you want to bling out. What does the accessory pack have in it? It's going to have a standee for your if you like playing the either one of the solo co-op modes. Um, but know that like the solo co-op modes both come with like cardboard standees if you don't want to like pay to have like a plastic figure. Um, it also comes with sleeves. It also comes with promos. So it's got all that stuff in this pack. I'm wondering if they'll tell me here on here what comes with it. Premium sleeves, hero skull, bonus cards. Oh, and acrylic tokens. Used to be that you could only get the acrylics through Board Game Geek Store. I think that's still the case for season one, season two. Oops, let me get rid of that. Season one, season two, and Dice Throne Adventures that you get through the store, and then the rest of it, the Dice Throne started being like, "Hey, we can do that ourselves. We'll start making that." So yes, if you want to bling out, that is the way to go. Get your randomizer, your mythic promo cards, all that stuff. The mythic cards are specifically for Dice Throne Adventures. They're ones you can add on to your hero to give them like a boosted ability that like always on and flip ability, something like that. So that's that the accessory packs. But also I'll just point out like when we're talking about the Marvel Dice Throne missions, you can do bundles where you can include the sculpts for Marvel and X-Men here, or you can do a bundle with just the Marvel sculpts, or a bundle with just the X-Men sculpts. So that's a possibility. Um, Also, this Dice Throne Adventures Unchained. So this adds a new boss for Dice Throne Adventures that you can throw into the mix. And it also includes some one-shot scenarios. Let me switch here. Yeah, so you get some more minions, some more loot, new boss, which is the Vault Witch, boss leaflets for the Vault Witch, the cards and the card sleeves for the boss, the Witch Key cards, which you need, uh, one-shot maps. So if you want to do like Dice Throne Adventures Light, the one-shot maps will allow you to do that. A lot quicker scenario, but kind of Dice Throne Adventures feel. And you got a one-shot loot table, and yeah, all that. So that is Unchained, which came out with Outcasts. Obviously, all with that Halloween spooky theme to it. Um, it's a great little add-on if you like Dice Throne Adventures. What else do we have here? Okay, other accessories. Obviously, sleeves. If you get sleeves for season 1 re-rolled, note that there's one pack that has the original 6, and then there's a separate pack for Triana Ninja since they were added on. You've got sleeves for Marvel, dice trays, acrylic token upgrades. This one is for Marvel Dice Throne. So that's like all your Marvel Dice Throne heroes, all 8 of them. There are still playmats available. I think that I'm not sure if this is going to be something that is eventually going away and that you'll only be able to get through Kickstarters. Let's see what they have too. Season 1, Season 2. Oh yeah, they have like. Oh wow, they are pretty limited now. It looks like you still got your Season 1 montage, Season 2 montage. The minimalist is this one here, just the flaming die. Dice Throne Adventures is sold out. Outcast Ensemble. Um, or you can get the individual Outcast, Pale Lady, Ravenous, Headless Horseman, Necromancer, Vault Witch. I didn't know Vault Witch had a mat. That's cool. But you can pick up those while they last. But I think especially since those are the only ones they have, I think those are going away. Last chance, empty season 2 battle chests. Some people who like bought the individual 2 hero boxes for season 2 and then been like, I want a battle chest though. You could buy this, but hey, looks like that's going away. So which makes sense since they're going to the strong boxes. They're just not going to have the battle chests anymore. More card sleeves for Outcast, card sleeves for season 2. Minimalist card sleeves. That's if you got like Dice Throne Adventure, or you just for your regular heroes, you don't want the character backs for the sleeves. You want just standard backs. You can get those for that. Um, acrylic tokens for Outcast. The Marble missions. This is like there's allies that you get in that. You can sleeve your allies with those sleeves. Miniatures. Ooh, last chance miniature season 1 unpainted and season 2 unpainted. I guess those are going away. Did not know that. Card sleeves for your bosses and Dice Throne Adventures. Outcast painted miniatures. Yeah, it looks like maybe they're just going to go to only offering the painted sculpts, is what I'm kind of picking up on there. So if you ever wanted to like get the unpainted and paint them yourself, that opportunity is going away soon. There's like I said, oh wait, I did not realize they offered that. There's a season 1 card sleeves with all 8 heroes, not just the original 6. That's handy. Got your Marvel dice tray. Promo packs. Promo packs are going to include a randomizer card. If you want to be able to select your hero at random, you can shuffle them up and pull a card. It's got the promo cards, one for each hero of that set, and they all kind of work the same way. Like roll a die on a 6, get cool stuff. Roll anything other than a 6, draw a card. That's pretty nice. And I'm trying to think. I think that's. Is there anything else? Promo card and one randomizer. Yeah, that's what comes with those for season 1, season 2. You got your promo pack for Marvel Dice Throne. I think this might also, let's see, promo cards, just the promos. No randomizers? Promo cards, yeah. No, I think that's the random. Those look like the randomizers right there. Those are the promos, and those are your mythics. I just want to look now at season one and just make sure. See what I'm. 8 hero cards and 8 full art randomizer cards. So this one is just promos and just randomizers. There's no mythics, but that makes sense because season one and season two, you get those mythics within Dice Run Adventures. Leaflet kit. Okay, so this probably is going to be necessary if you're just starting out in Dice Throne, but if you're already a Dice Throne fan and you bought season two, um, they did some patch kits for the leaflets, like taking these characters. A lot of people complained that they didn't think they were strong enough. So there were some changes made. You can get that leaflet kit. The way that you'll know is right in the bottom corner. If you got the upgrade, it's a B2. Otherwise, you've got the original version. You can also, if you want, you can click here and you can get a PDF where you can print them yourself for free. Well, I mean, if you take them to a print shop, it's going to cost you, but you can always print them out on your home printer for whatever. But yeah, those are kind of balancing kits for season two. Just those 3 heroes got them: Tactician, Vampire Lord, and Huntress. Got your Outcast promo pack, your promo pack for Marvel Dice Run Missions, promo pack for Santa's Workshop. So this was all Christmas themed minions and loot. Promo pack for X Men Dice Throne, which I believe this again is going to have like your mythics, your randomizers, and your promos. And then there was a promo pack for Dice Run Adventures that just adds some more minions and loot. So all that stuff. More products below? I don't think so. Um, so that's all the stuff in the Dice Throne shop. So lots of ways for you to add on to your heroes, whether it's sleeves, acrylics. You can still get acrylics, I believe. Let's check real quick. See if you can get acrylics from the BGG store. Board Game Geek store. Let's search. Yeah, season 2 acrylics, season 1 acrylics, adventures acrylics. Let's go in here. And the Dice Throne companions. So that's important to know too. Like if you, oh, it's sold out. Those are sold out. I don't know if they're restocking those or not. But these for your your companions for Treant and Artificer do not come in the season 2 acrylic set. Those are just these like the standard tokens. So, but hopefully they'll restock those because I know a lot of people like the acrylic tokens. So that'd be a shame if they were out. So I think we went through all the things in the Dice Room shop. We talked about heroes and all the different heroes there are. By the way, new single hero release coming out in July. If I didn't already mention it, Mystic Brawler. Yeah, I believe I did. Sorry about that. Um, yeah, yeah. The only other thing I think to talk about. Let me go back to the main page. If it'll let me. Let's just do this. All right. So Dice Run Digital. This is the newest thing. The Kickstarter ended not too long ago from when I'm filming this. And I think you might still be able to late back it. Let's see. See if that's a possibility. Don't want to lie to you. Ah, poo. I have to like verify my email. Well, yeah, we're not gonna do that right now. We're just not. Um, that stinks. But yeah, like this is a way to play on either Steam or your iPhone or your Android phone or through and there's a specific type of virtual reality, and I'm trying to remember what it is. I'm seeing if it'll show it here. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Anyways, you can check that out. Like, oh, there we go. Yep. But it doesn't tell me what brand. But that is something they're producing. They also have a little uh, trailer here for Vanguard, which is coming out Q3. Actually, if you back the Kickstarter, should be seeing it in June or July probably. Uh, yeah, yeah. But if you're interested in like a digital version of Dice Throne and be able to play it on your phone or on Steam, that's something you should definitely check out. Um, Also, we'll mention Organized Play. I mentioned this earlier, but if you go here on the website, Organized Play, it gives you a link to find a tournament near you. Hopefully, there is one near you. And also, just want to point out for kicks and giggles, this is not really anything related to the actual Dice Throne game itself, but we have Slam Throne. So if you're like old like me and you remember Pogs from back in the day, this is going to look super familiar. It's not exactly the same as Pogs. And I don't even think we can specifically say Pogs because it's not Pogs. It's Slam Throne. But you're going to have slammers with different abilities that you're going to be trying to flip your stack. The first to flip your stack, like the stack basically represents your health, and you're trying to take your opponent down to zero. So you can go here. There's a nice video on it that you can kind of see a quick view of what it's all about. But that, I know they've had it at conventions, but I believe the official retail release is in July that they're doing. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, that is there. Like I said, Dice Throne is an ever expanding, ever growing product, and that's why it was so necessary 4 years later to come back and do another video to be like, okay, here's all the things. One last thing before I cut this video off is if you're wanting to either just kind of see what Dice Throne is all about, or you want to learn to play, I think they actually have it. Where did I see it here? Oh, bollocks. Well, I already got it pulled up. If you go to Dice Throne's YouTube channel, lots of stuff here. If you want to see Vanguard and like they do an unboxing of Vanguard, this is one of the cool things about organized plays. You get promo cards and you get like new hero boards to replace with cool art. Got a Dice Throne digital video. But anyways, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. I'm gonna find it. Ah, here it is. Dice Throne. Learn to play in 5 minutes. Watch this video if you're at all curious and you're like, I don't know, would I like Dice Throne? What's this all about? Is it going to be fun or not? This video is like quick and easy to show you how to play. I'll also say that there's a video out there by Rodney Smith of Watch It Played. He does an overview. He made that one back when season 2 came out. So in that sense, it's dated, but it's still just as relevant today. Like the core game is still the same, and the core components are all still the same as when season 2 came out. So that's a great one to watch as well. And I think also Becca Scott did a how to play video as well as like kind of a playthrough video. So you can check this out. Um, I think that's it. I think that's all I really wanted to share was like we went over the heroes, we went over the promo, the additional components. We kind of looked at some things on the website. Yeah, I think. Oh, one more thing. Haha! I knew there was one more thing. I think it is rule pop dot dice throne. See if I'm right on this. Nope. Okay. Let's just do rulepop.com. And we can see. Oh, dice-throne.rulepop.com. Really great, handy rules reference that you can go to and get information, up to date information. Even like With the heroes, it's got all the currently released heroes. I think even including Alchemist. Yep, has Alchemist. Outcasts are on here. When Vanguard gets released, I'm sure it will be shortly after that that we'll see Vanguard heroes on here. We'll see Mystic Brawler after Mystic Brawler gets released, but can easily like get information on the different heroes, and also has information on Dice Run Adventures. So yeah, cool stuff. Anyways, appreciate you all hanging out with me for this journey. I know it was a rather long one that we went on. But I hope that this is helpful. If it is, if you watch this video and you're like, wow, Rick, this really cleared some things up for me and I better understand the product than I did before, and this helped me make my purchase decisions, let me know in the comments below. Also give me a like. I don't make too much content for this channel anymore on YouTube, but I would also encourage you to find my TikTok channel, also under Rick Rolled Reviews. I'm like once again making content there, and I very frequently talk about Dice Zone because it's like my favorite game out of all my games. So check me out there. Give me a follow. Uh, Support that channel as well. And yeah, we'll talk to you again next time. Thanks so much for watching.